Netmarble are making some major money in 2020. Summoner Sigil improvements coming soon, and Immortal Hulk to get a buff? Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Friday 13th edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. A little bit of I feel like with the beard, which I'm going to shave off because I've had enough of it. The kind of the wolf boy thing kind of works out well. I mean, I'm kind of feeling like a wolf boy, or maybe a Wolverine or something. So anyway, moving on. In any case, before we get into the news, I just want to give thanks. Thank you very much to everybody that supports the channel, watches content, put post notifications on all, hit the sub button, hit the like button, do all that nice stuff. And as well, a massive thank you to those that support the channel through the medium of Patreon and YouTube membership. They're on screen at the moment. With all this stuff going on, it does mean a lot. Very unsettling times for myself, but you know, hopefully 10th of December, there'll be some good news that comes even, or arrives, or whatever the kind of way of properly speaking is. But yeah, thank you very much to those that support over on Twitch, those that gift subs, those that are tier 1 subs, those that do Prime Gaming. Thank you very much for those that do that. If you have Amazon Prime accounts, then you can give a free Twitch sub, links of which I had in the description down below. But yeah, if you go to like gaming.twitch or something like that, and it kind of like you can then pair something with it. Instruction will be down below of like how to do it. But thanks very much to those that support through those means. We've got to get into the news now. So our first story starts with money, money, money. Yes, lots and lots of money. Now, here's the thing. As we know, with Netmarble, they are the people that own Marvel Contest of Champions, Marvel Future Fight, 7 Deadly Sins, and a whole plethora of different types of studios and just stuff. So they're making the big cheese. So Cam put together, if you don't know Cam of the podcast of Champions, and as well, you know, in his own right, does some fantastic little like pros and cons of new champions, as well as champions in general, and just general good person, good guy, and we've had them on the podcast as well. So what is this? This is basically financial reports. You can see on screen at the moment, and I don't know if this is based on millions or how this is going to put. Like, it seems like it could be correct for a quarter, but I don't, you know, don't quote me on that one. It could be a case that we're saying like, look, you know, is MCOC, which is the blue line, is doing rather well, especially with like how the numbers are there. So saying, look, you know, at one stage they earning about nearly $100 million, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how 100% this is actually kind of like put together based on stuff. But this is stuff I think from an earnings report, especially from different quarters. You can see as well with other games like Marvel Future Fight, which is in orange. That's kind of like dropping down. And I would say, and I understand that there's players in Marvel Future Fight that are doing like boycotts and stuff, and they're not unhappy with the spending side of things, or kind of the force to spend to kind of eliminate the free-to-play player. But this is going to be the thing. If MCC or any other game goes the same route, as soon as the game stops making money, they will stop running the game. So you might be going, and this is why I always emphasize, it's good to have whales in games and not to have whales in games. You need both. It can't be a case it's all free to play, otherwise the game developer has to run ads on it, or it's a case that they have to get their money from elsewhere, and you know, funding always gets kind of like cut at really random times. But you know, it's good to know that there's good health from the game. Are they making money? Yes. 7 Deadly Sins making more money, of course, but it is starting the decline. I don't know if it will super decline, but we'll have to see what happens over the next, say, quarter, 2 quarters. I'd probably say you need 3 quarters to get an idea of 7 Deadly Sins is going to drop in its financial gain. MCOC ticks along very nicely, so it's nice to know there's good health with the game, especially as we reach 6 years of a mobile game, which, you know, is, you don't think a lot of mobile games will run that long, but yeah, good on them, and hopefully the year 6 is a nice and well respected, rewarded to the players as well for loyalty and that stuff. So I'm looking forward to those festivities. Next up, and let's talk about this potential buff for Immortal Hulk. As a lot of players have alluded to, they're unhappy with the way that this champion has been delivered to the community, and as well the damage output, as well as say just what we'd expect from a Hulk is not there, and it just feels like another Hulk that's been sort of done dirty. Although, you know, Hulk Ragnarok is a pretty decent champion, and Red Hulk's good. She-Hulk's not, well, She-Hulk's the female version, she's fine, and I mean that's it really. Yeah, it needs to be buffed. Well, there's a bit of good news. On the 10th of November, it was put in that Kabam said, hey there everyone, quick update here. Based on player feedback, the rage ability will be changed so that the rage stacks won't expire during an opponent's special attack in order to make it a bit easier to sustain Hulk's Immortal's rage stacks. The ability will read as follows. Hulk's medium attacks, the first hit of his special 1 attack and the first and last hit of his special 2 attack apply rage stack. Consecutive rage attacks build up rage stacks. Oh, God, bloody hell. How many times have you got to repeat the word rage and stacks and attacks? Jesus Christ. Consecutive rage attacks build up rage stacks. All rage stacks are lost after 1.5 seconds without performing a rage attack. Rage stacks do not expire during the Hulk's or his opponent's special attacks. This is very good news for those that like Immortal Hulk, and more so if you're looking for something of a buff. I know many players have reached out to me and said, you know, we need to get a buff for Immortal Hulk. Thank God Kabam listened and actually got something together, because they didn't have to. They could just go, it is what it is. But yeah, based on feedback from players, they have gone and ramped him up a little bit more. This should be live in game and should be more enjoyable for players if you do get him, especially if those are looking to get like the next 6-star featured, 5-star featured. Then at least it gives you something of hope for the future. But also just to point out, in some cases our players not really happy with the extent, like they want a bit more the champion buff. And maybe that will be in the future. At least Kabam have responded back initially to changes. Maybe they'll rework or kind of like add some extra numbers to the damage output, but who knows what will happen in the future. Next up, and let's talk about the Summoner Sigil. Yes, Summoner Sigil is something that, as a lot of you know, if you're free to play, you won't have access to if you do spend a bit of money on the game. Whether or not you're a minnow, whether or not you're a dolphin, whether or not you're a whale, you may spend, you may not spend. But here's the thing, is there anything of great value in the Summoner Sigil? Currently, there's not. There really isn't, especially if you're considering getting up to a Thronebreaker, where I am, and you know, people, even if you're Cavalier, you know, there's not really anything major on offer in the Black ISO market for anything that's Cavalier. Even the gold event, so the Golden Circle, doesn't really reflect a huge amount of gold take home. You could actually earn better, a lot better, by just doing an incursions run. And even though it's it's free, so why would you skip out on something like the Golden Circle? It's still one of these things of going, is there anything hugely on offer for those that do purchase the Summoner Sigil, and is it a bit of a waste of money at this given stage? So more value needs to be added to it. It was kind of weird to see at the start of midway through the week that Kabam Mike said, what would you like to see out of a Sigil upgrade? So it's like it takes the point of everybody asking the question. And Mike obviously saying, I'm not promising everything, but if we want to talk about upgrades, it helps to know what you're thinking would be good upgrades. So that's a good point to kind of ask that question. I don't know why people like saying laugh out loud. It's like, well, this is the first. Kabam never ask these things to players, so it's good to have that question asked. So let's see what players want to see. Alpha Catalyst, I do agree with that. I think that would be a good change, especially I think more so when I was Cavalier. Now that I got the daily crystals from the likes of Thronebreaker, they are actually giving more of those tier 2 alphas, so it means that it's better for that. So a higher volume of spend, what you grab back, would be good for that. Scopio goes a little bit more in depth, especially like updating for various people, going various titleage events, so talking about things like tier 4 class catalyst, selector, trade-ins, 2 for Thronebreaker, loads of different things here about tier 5 basics. More available for different types of titleage. You name it, it's there. So yeah, 1k 6-star shards for 5k 5-star shards. It gives loads of kind of different options there. So I think there's definitely stuff with the rarity, tier 2 alpha, 6-star shards, those kind of things that would be nice to see on there. Maybe some signature stones. I wouldn't be too optimistic with this, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to feel disappointed with whatever you see on the Summoner Sigil store, and hopefully down the line they think about adjusting it. But it was kind of interesting to know that we can give a little bit of feedback on this, so that's some good news, I guess. Okay, next up I want to talk about game performance and frustration. So at the moment, and this isn't like specific to what other players are experiencing with the help all button, but it's a good leading thing to like talk about like current things at the moment. Seeing a lot of reports of issues, whether or not it's special attacks being thrown randomly, hitting to block countered by special. There's dropped inputs like there's no tomorrow, and as well I've seen as well a bug about you are in a block, but you mount the thumb on your block, and then your champion just lists away and then gets a special thrown at them. I've seen some stuff in Alliance Wars, I've seen some stuff in Alliance Quest, and it just seems that there's a lot of stuff. Even like now with the ongoing problem, or the problem that's been there for a while, and that is hit, fight, game freeze, which is was reported on here 11th November. Hey everyone, the team is still investigating this and testing possible ways to resolve it. The team is working as hard as they can to resolve it quickly as they can, but this is a complicated topic. Once we have more concrete information to share, we'll let everyone know. So that really gives you an idea of what's going on with that particular bug, but I have seen a lot of players reporting on issues currently, which are just a bit frustrating. And as well, I've had a better, like, I had like 2 nights streaming where the game was just not functioning well enough. Things were so off. Last night was back to better times, and I don't know if maybe something had been worked on or something. But, you know, when things are working well, they're working well with the game. And when they're working bad, my God, it's not enjoyable at all. Either way, I think we're going to have to like wait for the next update for anything more to be done. But if I hear anything more about these kind of situations of game problems being fixed, I'll let you know, of course. And next up, just before we get into Art Corner as well, a little bit of a funny thing to end the week, something that I didn't know about, but it's good to kind of like let you know something funny. But something serious now to talk about, and that is Legends title. Now, for a lot of you that don't know, the Legends title is going to change, especially by the end of the year. As of 2021, the new title will be awarded to those that put up the fastest time for exploring the uncollected and cavalier difficulties of the event quest, which before it was Master and Uncollected. This is a good point to remind players if you do want the Legends title, and as well you want to get it with more of a easier time or easier grind, then you've got to do it now. And I will be putting together a video that showcases more of a current scheme of things, taking in ideas and also timeframes from other players that have recently done it. Champions that work relatively well, whether or not they're synergized, whether or not they're built around one specific character, and other elements as well. So there's a lot of things to consider with doing a video like that, and I will try and get that out either today or I'll try and get it out by next week. You will only have 2 more months left to do it. So December 31st, so that's it. December 31st and no more. Next up, and I didn't even know about this. This is the funny thing that leads us into Art Corner. And I didn't know that Cool Goes piss off ghosts. So I thought this was photoshopped first of all. And I was like, and there's so many interactions. Like it's just one of these things where I don't think I've ever done the pair up. I'm not a fundamental Ghost player. I don't really enjoy playing Ghost, which alarms people. I don't know why, because people like what they like and they dislike what they dislike. So yeah. Any case, yeah, I thought this is kind of cool to kind of like just see piss off Ghost. That's like the revolution has begun. All right, my name's Korg. I've got many pamphlets about my revolution. That's not too bad. I was thinking to myself, do an impression, Rich, for the video. The people might enjoy that. So it wasn't too bad. Could have been bad, but, you know, I'll take that. Any case, yeah, moving on to Art Corner. And here we are on Art Corner from my Discord. So make sure to go and check it out once a week. Hopefully I'm going to catch up now today with this. But we got Greater Noada with this amazing Corvus Glaive. That's very well put. Fool has got this kind of Iron Spider from the recent... Oh, is it Endgame? Actually, it's got gold trim to it, so I can't remember what that's from. This may be an original piece, but it looks like it is more Endgame. Mr. Stark, I don't feel good. I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. Sonic Speed has done this incredible little profile image here. So this one of like Venom with the head, not head, but the kind of the mask of Spider-Man. It could be the head, you know, he's quite vicious. He might want to bite you off, bite your head off. And I thought this week, why don't we put a Cat Murdoch on? So Cat Murdoch here, as you know, a lot of the time she does these Monday mashups, which you can see there, Monday mashup. And this is Tigra and Red Goblin. It's Tiger Bomb. I like it. I like it. And yeah, there we go. That's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday, keeping you well informed with stuff that's going on in the contest, the community, and the outer space. So yeah, make sure to catch me later on. I may be live streaming the Cavalier difficulties I normally do, but it could be a case we cancel that and we do Phasmophobia, and I get scared out of my mind because I'll probably do it in VR. But yeah, that may be happening. If not, it will be MCOC all the way. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.